They've ridden the boats down the Brazos, and now they're ready for their Baylor Bears to go to work here inside McLean Stadium in Waco, Texas. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, a group with a lot to prove here today. We have waited patiently and sometimes impatiently, and the moment is finally here. Time to kick off a new season. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Baylor's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. And guys, we talk about how tight ends are a quarterback's best friend. Boy, this guy may take friendship to a whole nother level.
Yeah, it's so nice to have a guy that the size, the athletic ability, and here's why it's always so good. Jesse, what do you want to do, man? Put a linebacker on him, put a safety on him. Nowadays, these guys can win, and it just really makes offense so much easier to run, and it goes pretty smooth.
Yeah, you're right. This guy is a matchup nightmare. And it seems like every week defensive coordinators go in and they don't respect his athleticism, and it ends up burning them. They're going to find out the hard way today. If they try to play him and match him up with linebackers and safeties, this dude makes defenses look silly.
Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 30. Baylor Bears at McLean Stadium. Boats lining the brazos as the Baylor line is ready to welcome the Bears onto the field. And the Bears will get this season underway as toe meets leather. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes for the first time as a starter this talented freshman. And Jesse, it seems like quarterbacks mature quicker and quicker these days, and they're ready to grab the reins.
Yeah, you're seeing it more and more. There's more high school quarterbacks now ready to take the next step and compete and perform in college football. But listen, I started as a true freshman back in Florida. I guarantee you he has so much nervous energy going right now because he has never played in an environment like this, and he has never played against competition like this either.
No, it's crazy. And that was 1920. So imagine now with all the technology and how much he's feeling the nerves. Obviously, all the eyeballs in the stadium is on him. Everybody knows what he's capable of, but he's going to be the first guy to touch the football. It's going to revolve around him, and that's a lot to ask of a freshman.
They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They bring him down, but a solid. To put them in position to pick up a first down.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Offense gets set for second down. Looking to fire. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. They feasted at Magnolia table. They've ridden the boats down the Brazos, and now they're ready for their Baylor Bears to go to work here inside McLean Stadium in Waco, Texas. The Bears' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it, and the season will get underway. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. And here comes for the first time as a starter this talented freshman. And Jesse, it seems like quarterbacks mature quicker and quicker these days, and they're ready to grab the reins.
Yeah, you're seeing it more and more. There's more high school quarterbacks now ready to take the next step and compete and perform in college football. But listen, I started as a true freshman back at Florida.
Breaks into the open. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw in the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Makes the catch. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Williamson. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to go up top. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. To the ground with the back. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
So Baylor's offense will go to work for the first time today. When you look at the matchups in the passing game, you might think that this guy's going to be overmatched at corner, but I think he's really looking for the opportunity to prove that he can match up with one of the nation's best.
Yeah, and this receiver always wants the ball. He especially wants it, though, today, considering what he's up against. He told us coming into this game that he should be able to dominate and get a lot of looks. This defense is going to have to find ways creatively to get this guy matched up and covered. We're probably not going to be able to do it with just one guy with that corner out there, David, because this receiver is a difference maker.
No, and this isn't a great secondary, but they're going to have to play a great game. And this challenge is big because he's a superstar. So let's make sure we don't give up the big plays. Maybe play a little bit deeper than normal. Sometimes get a little bit physical. This secondary has a tremendous challenge on their hands.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. And the Bears come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking downfield, it's Robertson. Quickly complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. They'll send the back in motion. To the air on first down. Looking deep down the right side. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Guys, when you think about the big picture for Baylor, the only important expectations are the ones inside the program. But when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge. Turning it on! He has the first and still on his feet. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Bears are moving quickly down the field. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll run the screen. What a tough-minded, hard-edged run. He gets it to the 24.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
Close to the marker, it's Wilson. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
After giving up a few extra yards after a hitch throw, I wonder if this defense is going to want to give this guy this much access moving forward. They might be thinking about more press coverage or playing some zone coverage where the corner's right up on him.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Gets it out fast. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play there.
And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He won't have any problem with the distance, but the angle could be a different story from the left. Splits the uprights. Good. That'll bring him to within 4. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on first down. Might be looking to run. Grab behind the line. It's Tyson. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
They're just trying to sneak the back out to the right side there, but great job tackling on defense against a guy who's hard to bring down once he has the ball in his hand.
He's got it on the left. They finally make the stop, and what a fantastic way to finish off this first quarter after that play. So after the break, they'll go back to work. The run from the shotgun. There he goes. Got enough space. And they're in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Got it in the middle. It's Hawkins. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. And the Bears in the hurry up. Off the boot, looking for his man. That's caught. It's Prentice. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this is what's so great about play action. The run fake sucks those linebackers up, and it just creates so much more space for these receivers to operate. Beautiful execution by the offense.
Got it behind the line. It's Prentice. Wide open spaces. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown Bears! That was a lightning fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
And if you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He's got it down the left. There he goes. Bounds into the end zone for a touchdown.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. That's caught. It's Hawkins. That's some old-school, hard-nosed, tough running as he powers his way to the 30. They'll line up for a second down play. Off the play fake. Makes the grab. It's Prentice. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds it.
Oh, he's got some space.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The Bears come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw, it's Robertson. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And here comes the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Reads it, fires complete. Turns it on in midfield. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
So now it's 2nd and long. Delivers the stiff arm. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a 1st down for this offense.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting 1st downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
On 1st down from the 13-yard line. Quarterback making checks. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. He's got it on the run. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game.
Into the end zone for a touchdown.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Robertson. Gets it to him on the screen. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And the Bears send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
On 1st and 10 from the 38. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab. Breaks into the open. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. The 40. Past the 20. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. Slams it ahead. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The defense calls the timeout, their 2nd of the day, as they try to get their act together. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal.
It's a really good decision by the QB there. 3rd and short in the red zone. You know he was tempted, though, to try to force that football into a tight window. You want to move the sticks. You want to score a touchdown. But because you throw it away, you still have that opportunity if head coach decides to go for it here on 4th.
Dropping back, it's Robertson. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's got it. Out across the 20, they'll mark him out of bounds right at the 21-yard line. And Jesse, you have a slot receiver like this, he can create matchup nightmares for a defense.
No doubt about it, Reese. And him and this quarterback, they really are on the same page. He's so deliberate with his route running. The quarterback knows exactly where he's going to be and when he's going to be there, and that's why they're so tough to stop.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. He's going to take off. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking downfield very late in the half. Oh, he makes the catch. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Got it on the outside. It's Tyson. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Here's the pressure. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. To the air on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Makes the catch and gets the score.
This offense looks like they're in a rhythm. Whatever they've been dialing up here in the first half, they've had a lot of success with. You saw it on that last drive here at the end of the second quarter. Scoring a touchdown, they're going to be difficult to stop in the second half, and the defense needs to start making adjustments.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Waco.
Just about set to get this second half underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Grab near the marker, it's Wilson. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. The Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to pass, it's Robertson. Makes the grab. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately. And the Bears are in the hurry up. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Now they'll try to cash in this drive, first and 10 from the 50. Taking it the other way. Big pickup on the ground, knocked out at the 28-yard line.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
They've got it inside the 30 at the 28, first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. He now has 111 yards rushing, and he goes over the century mark in this season opener. Inside the 15, first and 10 from the 14. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Firing to the right, complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit.
And he'll take it in for a touchdown.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they wanted. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game one, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Finds the tight end. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Back to throw, it's Robertson. The short hands, it's Hawkins. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Trying to burn this defensive back. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Gonna look downfield again. Caught over the middle. It's Wilson. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory there down. 3-yard line. The Bears are on the move. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the 1st down marker. And the Bears with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. Touchdown Bears! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Here's a heat. Fires deep on the run. He's got it down the right side. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line. You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Pulls it in. It's Tyson. If that running back were a half-size bigger shoe, that's an incomplete pass, but he got a foot down.
He got it down. Nice body control, and you see so many running backs work with wide receivers now in practice because they're such good.
Catch and stride inside the 15. It with the stick. And strolls in with the sweet feet for the touchdown. Dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting. He had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. On the option, the pitch. He breaks a tackle, and he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Robertson. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the 4th quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. On the run, it's Tyson. And he barrels into the end zone for a touchdown.
And this kind of performance has to give this team so much confidence. Week 1, you go on the road into a hostile environment, and you put the beat down like this. This coaching staff is going to be happy on the ride home.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
This offense has it with really good field position. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Got his man quickly. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? Take it off the board and back it up. This penalty will wipe away the touchdown. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. The snap sets up to throw. Back's got it. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Gets it out quickly. And it's in there for a touchdown.
And add it on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Trying to take it back. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. To the ground, he's got it again. Turning it on. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Second and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Extending the play. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Wants to throw for it on third and goal. Looking to get it in. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
To throw, it's Robertson. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Wilson. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. The Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Catch in the middle. It's Washington. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game. Now on second down. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Prentice. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Quick strike complete. He's